Um, Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you guys are all doing well today. Thank you all for joining in so early. I really, really appreciate your time and effort. I can see a lot of people here already, so thank you very much for joining as well. So I'll quickly, first of all, start with introductions. And you know, I love introductions. So first, I want to introduce myself for those that might be seeing me for the first time. My name is Johanna Ayuba, and I'm a lead trainer with Impactor. And just so you know, Impacta is a female-focused NGO where we deal with capacity building, training, and mentorship of women, especially in the area of business and personal growth and empowerment. Right. With me here today, also I have you will see in the comment section Jane Francis. Jane Francis is going to be my moderator for today. She's going to be answering some of your questions. She's going to be responding to some of your inquiries as well. So please feel free to greet Jane Francis, say hi to her, and also respond to her and all of that. So please, if you are just joining as well, please you can by all means introduce yourself, tell us where you are joining us from as well, and let us know um, more about you, right? So I'll quickly also go to the comment section to see a lot of people have already joined. I can see Chioma Eze Joha joining us quickly. Thank you very much for that. I can see Alai Otoro joining us as well. I can see Irene Okonko joining from Lagos, Saddam Ali Ibrahim, Chikwe Buka Madeline. Thank you very much. Chibuzo Biodun joining us from Onitsha. Thank you very much, Chibuzo. I can see Angela Esen. I can see Abada Victory joining us from Delta State. Thank you very much. Let's keep the introduction coming. I can see FOU. I don't know what FOU actually means. I can see Beautify Us. Good morning, Miracle Johanna. Wow, there's somebody taking my name actually. Thank you very much for joining. I can see Ekinados joining us from Lagos. I can see Sylvia Ekport. Good morning, Ogechukwu Igwe. Let's feed our baby right. I can see that is Omena Zu Blessing. Good morning, Toyin. Good morning. I can see Grace. Good morning. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Clement. Ocheza Aisha joining us from Lagos. I can see someone, okay, Lebo Piri joining from Lesotho, that is South Africa. Adachi from Port Harcourt. I can see Yushau joining us from Kanu. Diane Asei joining us from Ghana, Port Harcourt. I can see Clement from Port Harcourt, Usman from Lekki, Lagos. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. Let's keep the introduction coming. Let's keep the introduction coming while we um, start the section proper. So today is actually going to be an amazing opportunity. It's going to be a topic that we're going to be looking at today is implementing Google Workspace across our businesses, right? A lot of us have actually used some of these tools that we're going to be mentioning, and some of us are just new to it, and we're going to see what it means to actually implement Google Workspace across our business, right? So thank you very much, Inkiru from Lagos. I can see the billionaire mom coach. Thank you very much, Olusi Priska journey from Lagos. Um, Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. So we'll quickly go to look at our agenda for today. So today we are going to be looking at three amazing agendas. It's going to be an 1 hour section, so we wouldn't waste most of our time, right? So we'll look at, first of all, we are going to be looking at what it means to discover Google Workspace. Secondly, we're going to see how to boost communication across our business. The last but not the least, we are going to see what it means to leverage on those tools to increase collaboration, right? So just sit tight, please. I want to actually indulge us to please make this training as interactive and engaging as possible. I'm going to be throwing out some questions, and I need rapid response from everybody. I want to see how well we get to see who enjoy this training. So, and please, by all means, feel free to also ask your question in the comment section if you have any, right? So before we start, there's an opportunity I want to introduce you to, which is called the Google Hustle Academy. It's actually a boot camp from Google, which you are going to be taking through 1 week of intense training that has to do with digital marketing, setting up your business, pitching, your finance, and all of that. Is actually an end-to-end practical training that Google is offering for all business owners and also potential business owners, which you actually receive those training all for free, right? So you don't need to pay for anything. All you need to do is just to register and wait for invitation from Google, right? So the link will actually be dropped for you in the comment section by James Francis. So you can just do well to sign up. Just take note of it. You don't actually need to fill the form right now. You can do it after the training, just so you don't go out of this particular section, right? So please take note of this. I will still make a reminder towards the end of the training. So, like I said, I love asking questions. Before we go further, I want to ask, what tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate across your business or within your business, right? So, I want to see much responses from people. I want to hear from you. What kind of tools do you currently use in creating effective communication and also collaborating with either your staffs, your teammates, or your business partners, or even your customers? How do you communicate to them? How do you collaborate with them? And what are those kind of tools? So I'll do well to be looking out for those responses so I can see a lot of people still joining, a lot of people still joining. So thank you very much for that. So please quickly, I want to see who's going to be my first responder on this question. Just feel free, there are no wrong answers, there are no right answers. Right, so please, let's do well to just respond as much as we can. So I can see a lot of people. I don't want to start calling name. Benny Stover from Delta State, Fulera Yakubu. I can see Abefuna Blessing. Okay, Blessing say WhatsApp. Okay, Aduke say WhatsApp. Tunia say WhatsApp. Grace Adebisi say WhatsApp. Irene Okonko say Zoom WhatsApp video. Irene Jew said SMS, email, WhatsApp. Thank you very much for those amazing responses. I can see Sono Vivo say WhatsApp, Oluwaseun say WhatsApp. Wow, a lot of people use WhatsApp for communication and collaboration. That is so amazing to know. Zainab Al Hassan say WhatsApp business. Abada Victory say WhatsApp. Ngozi Blessing say Facebook and WhatsApp. That is so amazing, everyone. That is so amazing. That is so amazing. Let's keep the responses coming. Let's keep it coming. Okay, Peace said I use Instagram, SMS. Sylvia Ekpo say WhatsApp. I use WhatsApp according to Flora Yakubu. Otoro say WhatsApp and Facebook. So thank you very much for those amazing responses. Beautiful Scar says I use WhatsApp, Twitter as well. So thank you very much. Email and WhatsApp according to Chinelo Okafo. Thank you very much for those amazing responses. Thank you very much. So let's go right to the first agenda for today, which is discovering what Google My Workspace is and how we can better utilize it as well. So, thank you very much all for those wonderful responses. We all are actually already implementing Workspace in our businesses. So, let's get to understand proper what Google Workspace is and how we can better leverage on it to actually increase our productivity, right? So, I don't know if anybody have an idea generally what Google Workspace is. It's actually a general term. It's not actually the name of the tool, right? It's just a term used to actually signify or used to group the set of tools that belongs to this category. So I don't know, do you currently use Google Workspace, and if so, how? So I want to just get a yes or no from you. Just quickly, do you currently use Google Workspace? And I'm going to, when I actually um explain what Google Workspace is, some of us might actually find out that we have actually used Google Workspace. Some of us might actually see that we have not, right? So I just want to get a yes and no responses from you quickly so that I will actually go ahead to explain better. Do you currently use Google Workspace? And if so, how or in what manner do you use Workspace? Okay. Oluwaseun say no, I don't use it. Aloy say no. Oluwisa say no. I can see a lot of no, 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 no. So I was actually expecting the no's, right? Because the name Google Workspace might sound confusing or might actually be you have not come across it. Wow. So I can see a lot of people saying no, 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 not at all. But I'm going to actually surprise you that a lot of us have actually used Google Workspace, and we probably did not know that it belongs to Google Workspace, right? So there are a lot of tools under the name Google Workspace. So we're going to see that. Now, what do we mean by Google Workspace? Google Workspace is simply known or before known as G Suite. It's actually a collection of cloud computing, productivity, and also collaboration tools that is used or that is being developed and marketed by Google. Now we're going to see how we can explain or break down what are those tools, what are those collaboration tools or softwares that has been developed. And I bet you a lot of us have actually used them. Now, here we are, here are the tools. I know a lot of people will be shocked. Somebody will wish to withdraw his no or his yes, right? So, how many of us have come across some of these tools? I don't want to start calling the tools by name, but I want you to use the icons to identify the name. So if you can identify any of those icons, please can you just respond with the name of any icon. So you can do well to tell us all the icons, or you can do well to tell us the one you can remember or the one you know. So let's see how many people can remember any of these icons that you can see on your screen. So quickly, if you can remember any of them. Okay, I have Mercy say she's been able to identify Drive. Thank you very much. Mail from Mercy again. Gmail, yes. Of course, we have used Google Workspace. Thank you very much, Sanu. Before I actually said that a lot of people will wish to have withdrawn their responses. So let's feed our baby right. Omen to say Gmail, yes. Worksheet, yes. Thank you very much. So let's do well. Let's see how many people can be able to identify at least 4 or 5. Okay, Blessing say Google Drive, Gmail, Google Docs. Thank you very much for that. Google Spreadsheet. Thank you very much, Kemi. I didn't say Excel. Thank you very much for those wonderful responses. Regina said Gmail, Google Drive, Docs, Calendar. Thank you very much. A lot of people have actually understood most of this in Docs. Thank you very much, Mercy. Wow, I can see so a lot of people have identified. So if you look at, I'll just call out a few. If you look at this, from the first one on top, you see is automatically Gmail. We have Calendar, we have Drive, we have Google Meet. Then just below it, we have Google Docs, Google Sheet, Google Slide. Then we also have Google Forms, we also have Google Keep, we have Jamboard, we have a lot. So if you can just do well to take it as an assignment to actually identify the remaining. So I will just call them at random. Gmail, we have Drive, we have Calendar, we have Google Meet, we have Google Docs, we have Google Sheet, we have Google Slide, we have Google Forms, we have Google Keep, we have Jamboard, and the like. So thank you very much for those amazing responses. So now this collection of tools are actually what we call Google Workspace. They are actually what makes up Google Workspace, right? They're actually what makes up excuse me, Google Workspace. So there are some core functionalities of Google Workspace that you need to know about. Number one, it helps us to create documents and also presentations, right? That is the features of Google Docs and also Google Slide. It helps us to create documents and also presentation because they belongs to Google Workspace. So you can directly create documents and also presentation from Google Docs and Google Slide as well. Then secondly, you leverage on it to record and analyze and also present data. That is also the core functionality of Google Sheet, right? So it allows you to record, analyze, and present your data. Then number three is it helps you to brainstorm ideas, manage project, and store files, right? So those things you can leverage on tools like Google Keep is actually and Jamboard is actually used to brainstorming ideas and storing files and also talk about storage you are calling Google Drive. Then last but not the least, that is number four, it helps you to communicate globally. That is functionalities of things like Google Meet, right? You get to communicate with people, get to schedule meetings, right? Get to jump on live video calls and all of that. So that is you communicating globally with people. Now, when we talked about the first one, which is creating documents and presentation, right? I did mention that the best tool among the Google Workspace tools to help you to do that is the Google Docs. So if you want to create documents, you want to create presentation, you use Google Docs and also Google Slide. So this is just Google version of the normal Microsoft Word you have and also the PowerPoint presentation you have, right? So you get to leverage on this to create those documents. And when you're talking about recording and analyzing and also presenting data, you're talking about tools like Google Forms, where you tend to collect or record people's information. Then you tend to analyze those data in form of an Excel sheet or chart or graph and all of that, right? So Google Sheet helps you to do that very efficiently. So we talked about what are actually the benefits of Google Workspace. Now, Google Workspace has so much benefit that we are actually currently enjoying. Number one, which I so much can testify to it, it helps to increase collaboration. You get to work, you get to network, you get to connect with people efficiently and work remotely, right? So it increased collaboration among teams, among businesses, among colleagues, and all of that. Then secondly, is it helps to improve communication as well. You can easily use most of these Google Workspace to improve your communications, like using leveraging on emails, and also scheduling meetings on calendars and also Google Meet, right? So it helps to improve communication across team. Then it gives you a smarter way of working by making sure your files, your documents, everything is well organized and well presented, right? So if you leverage on most of these tools, they tend to make your work more smarter because you tend to track activities that you do, schedule your meeting, keep tabs of upcoming meetings via calendars and the like, right? Then last but not the least, which is most important, is it enhance security. Now, I need to actually warn you across Google Workspace. It's very, very important you ensure that you take security very careful. Security in the sense that you don't forget your password and email, entirely your login details, because if you forget anything and you cannot recover it, Google will never allow you access to any of your files again. It will take it as someone trying to hack their resources or their platform, right? So unless you have the right login details of your particular account, you might not have access to any of your document, any of your files, any of your presentation that you kept in those platform, right? So it's very, very important you take note of that at the back of your mind. Now, when we talk about increased collaboration, Google Workspace actually stores your informations in the cloud. That is one thing you should know, enabling you to share documents and files with ease. Let me tell you one benefit of Google Workspace that I quite enjoyed, right? A lot of times I don't need to move with my laptop. A lot of times I don't need to even use my phone, right? As far as I store my document, my files on Google Cloud, I can have access to it from anywhere with any device or with any laptop anywhere. All I need is my login details. So that is the collaboration we are talking about. You can actually share your document, view your document, and even track changes from anywhere you are without taking your devices. One thing you should note that the documents are not stored locally on your device. When I said not stored locally on your device, they are not actually stored on your computer or even on your phone. They are stored in the cloud, which means you can have access to them anywhere, anytime. So when we talk about improving communication, you tend to improve your communication with tools that helps you to do that, like Gmail, where you tend to send emails across to your colleagues, your staffs, and all of that. Then we talk about tools like Google Meet, Google Current, and even Google Chat. All these are actually communication tools that you can deploy across your team. If you're a business person, you have colleagues, you have staffs that you work with, you can actually leverage on that to improve your communication, where you make it um, a rule or an order for people to ensure that when communicating to one another, just for reference purposes, you always send mail and always also follow email threads to answer or respond to some inquiries and all of that. Then working smart can has to do with streamlining your workflows, processes, and even store and manage files, communicate and collaborate via a central system. So you see the whole of Google Workspace put all the tools you need in one place. You don't need to actually go out of it to begin to use an external tool in typing, to use an external tool in processing data, to use an external tool in making presentation. They are all connected. So it gives you all those tools you need in a central working space without having to have your work scattered around in the internet, right? So you get to collect those things, analyze them, and even turn them into insight. So that is what working smart means for you. Now, when we talk about storage, securely storing your files and data, like I said, it helps you to keep them secure. And unless someone has an access or password to you, you might not have access to those files. And it gives you also further security by setting up a two-step authentication to protect your business and all of that, right? So it's very important for you to take note of that and just feel confident. Get to use things like Google Drive to save your file, your document and files as well. So that helps a lot. Then a lot of people might be asking, how do we go about creating our Google Workspace? Like I said, some of us already have or are using some of these tools, but we are using it maybe scattered. We are using it independently. You might not coordinate all your activities in one space. For you to coordinate it all in one space, you need to create a Google Workspace account. And how do you go about creating a Google Workspace account? The first step is to go to workspace.google.com sign up business starter. The link will also be dropped for you in the chat section by Jane so that you can see. Then the second step is to input your business name. It's very important because the Google Workspace will carry your business name. Then the step three, add your contact details, information about you, about your business. Then number four is very important. You choose a domain. Domain has to do more like your website address, right? So you choose a domain. If you don't have any, to tell you how to go about getting one. So you just have to pay a fee to get a domain name. So domain names usually signifies your business name, more like www.mybusinessname.com or .org or .ng or anyhow you want it to be. Then step five is update your business address. You get to update your business address. Then the last step, which is setting up your login details, is actually very, very important. You set up your login details because that is the only way you can have access to your content or your device. So how to get set up on Google Workspace like a laptop is very important, which is a criteria to create your business email. Also add team members because we talked about collaboration, we talked about effective communication. So you get to also add team members on your Google Workspace so that everybody can work from a central system. Then you can migrate your data and import files as well. So if you have your files scattered around on local devices, you have files scattered around on other emails, you can actually migrate all of them to Google Workspace so that it can be managed in the um, central system, right? Uh, okay. So I think I just have a notification that someone cannot see my screen very well. So if you're on YouTube, please you can just do well to um, increase your resolution. I think there's a three dots somewhere on your screen that you can just click on and just check the view. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. You can do well to check the view on your YouTube, right? So okay. It's either the or just click on setting icon. So I'm using laptop, so I might not know exactly where the three dots are, but I think you can either click on the settings, you see quality. So you when you check the quality, you see the quality of the video in different formats. So you can actually increase it to 720 or so. So check the quality. Maybe you see a certain icon, a setting. So either the three dots or a certain icon. So the moment you click on the setting, you see quality. Then you select on quality, you see the quality of video broken down to 720, 480, 360, 240, and all of the like. So you can do well to select the highest quality. I think it will be more clearer when you select the highest quality. So thank you very much for that notice. Yeah, the video will actually be replayed here. So let me pause here for question as regards to the first agenda we just treated. So please, if you have question, you can do well to. Okay, so thank you very much, Vivian. It's better now. So you can also do well to tell them how you did it, or is it the green dot or the settings icon you clicked on? So thank you very much. Vivian said it's better now. Click on settings, go on quality, click on advanced, and select 360. Amazing. Um, Thank you very much, everyone, for that. I think a lot of people are getting it clear now. A lot of people are getting it clear now. So great. So I'm so happy. So please, if you have any question as regards to the first agenda, you can do well to drop it right there in the comment section. Do well to drop it if you have any questions, so that we'll take note of that. So any question for me? Any question for me? Any question for me? Um, um, uh, I can't see any question, but I'll also be looking out for that question. So let's go straight to the second agenda for today, which is boost your communication across your business. right? Boosting your communication across your business has to do with leveraging on some of those actually Google Workspace tools to see which ones are actually used in boosting communication, right? Communication is very, very important in business, in work life, and everything we do in this life. Communication is very important. Um, okay, Vivian said, please, sir, can you run down the setup again? Absolutely. Let me just do that in quick few minutes. Okay, okay. Right. So the first step I said you go to, Jane will drop the link for you, workspace.google.com/, sign up business starter. When you go there, your second step to do is impute your business name. It's very, very important you impute your business name. The third step is adding your contact details. Then the fourth step is you choose your domain name. Domain name has to do with your website address if you have any, and if you don't have, you have to create one by buying one. Actually, not usually expensive. The fifth step is update your business details. Tell us about your business, what you do, and all of that. Then the last but not the least step is setting up your login details, because that is what you use to have access to your workspace anytime you want to have access to it. Your files, your document, you use your login details to get access to them. So these are the basic six steps. First, go to workspace.google.com/, sign up business starter. Second step is going imputing your business name. The third step is actually adding your contact details. The fourth step is choosing your domain. Then the fifth step is updating your business address. The sixth step is setting up your login details. So these are the steps you use to set up your Google Workspace account. So can you help us get a domain? Okay, I cannot help you. You can actually go and get it yourself. It's very easy. You can go to any of the domain resellers. You can go to Namecheap. You can go to Domain King. You can go to A2 Hosting. A2 Hosting also sells domain very well. They are one of the most reliable. A2 Hosting helps you in acquiring domain and hosting as well. So you can go to a2hosting.com to get your domain name, right? Um, you mentioned earlier, sir, to keep our login password safe. Isn't there any other way one can retrieve password, probably through a default? Yes, there is actually. I said if you forget your recovery option or your security question or even the phone number you use, then you cannot recover it. But if you can go through the recovery process and answer the question, definitely you can recover your password. I created my Google account and I filled the form from Impactor to get verified. Since when, how do I know I'm verified? Okay, Olumide, you'll be communicated the moment that verification is done, right? So thank you very much for letting me know how much it will cost to get a domain name. Yes, domain name can start as low as $16.99 for .com. If you are using dollars, so $16.99 .com, you can get a domain name as that, right? Can we use the free Google My Business website for the domain? Yes, but advisably you get an official domain, but because that is actually a temporary one from Google. This workspace, is it the same as website? No, it's not the same as website. It's not. Okay, please, how much does the domain name cost? Domain name can cost as low as, if you are in Nigeria, right, you can get .com.ng as low as less than 2,000 naira. If you are outside Nigeria and you want to get a domain, you can get as low as $16 for .com. If you're in Nigeria, if you're getting .com, you can get as cheap as 9,000, 8,000 for .com and all the likes, right? So that is how it works. Yes, the domain and domain name here, is it different from the free website created on Google My Business? Yes, it's different from the free website, because the free website you do not actually buy. The free website is carrying Google's domain name, but for you to have your own domain, you need to buy, right? So Google, like google.com, is Google's domain name, right? So your free website also carries some part of Google domain name. So it's not only your domain name at that point. Some ask if Google Primer is also among Google Workspace tools. Kindly answer. No, Google Primer is not among Google Workspace tools. Google Primer is just a resource platform from Google where you get to see courses, short courses, and short um, information about some of the Google tools and all of that. So Google Primer is not among Google Workspace. So thank you very much all for that. So let's see how we can go next. So which tool can you use via Google Workspace to boost communication? I know I have talked about this, so I want to see as much responses as I can get. Which tools can you use via Google Workspace to boost communication? I want to see how many people can remember. I know we did talk about communication tools earlier in the first agenda. So let's see who will get this one right. So which tools can we use via Google Workspace to boost communication? Which tools? Which tools? Let me see who is going to be my first responder. Um, Gmail, Google Meet. Thank you very much, Angela, for that. Chibus of Building, thank you very much for those amazing responses. Gmail and Google Meet, thank you very much, Damilola. I can see a lot of people still remember. So thank you very much, everyone, for those amazing responses. So here it is. So these are the key communication tools that we can actually use. So a lot of people got it correctly. We can use Gmail, we can use Google Meet, we can use Google Current, we can also use Google Chat. Thank you very much. So I think the one that people are not we are not too conversant with is actually Google Current and Google Chat because it's not mostly used these days, right? It's not mostly used. So, but the most effective one that everyone knows how to use is the Gmail and the Google Meet. So thank you very much for those amazing responses. So now when we talked about Gmail, we are talking about a communication tools that helps us to communicate globally with ease, right? You get to send files, create groups, create mailing lists, and even access the integrated calendar in order to stay connected and up to date. So Google Gmail helps you to achieve a lot by allowing you to send information globally to people. You can segment your audience list, you can segment or have a mailing list for with people, and it helps you to integrate calendar to your email where you also keep tracks of meetings and meeting notification as well. So that is how Google Gmail. And when you talk about the Google Meet, you are talking about the most robust enterprise grade video conferences that is built on Google robust and secure global infrastructure. Meet is also included within Google Workspace and G Suite for education. So it gets Meet, you can use your phone. That is one of the amazing features on Meet. You can use either your phone, either your laptop to join meeting, share your camera as well, and communicate effectively as if you are in a physical office. So it can be that amazing to leverage on, especially at this era of COVID where a lot of people are not working together again. A lot of businesses are not even going to their physical stores and all of that. Now, when you talk about Google Current, for those of us that are coming up on Google Current, it helps you to engage employees, foster more meaningful conversation, and stay connected. So it's also a communication tool, right? So it's more like a quick chat tool, right? For those of us that have used Slack before. So it works towards a common goal, build a community, and ensure employees can communicate their ideas and receive instant feedback. So it's more like the Slack channel we use. So it helps us to keep up to date and communicate with our team effectively. Then we have the Google Chat when you're talking about your robust WhatsApp, like sending direct message to group or to individuals, right? So Google Chat helps teams and businesses communicate fluently and efficiently from anywhere, right? So that is how, and it's also securely connected. It's an end-to-end encryption, so your data is safe, your communication are safe as well. So all that helps you to communicate with people efficiently. Now, let me give you some few tips on how to maximize your communication across people. Number one is ensure you create in-person communication. I'm coming further to explain each of them, so I just want to run through them. Stay organized. It's very important to stay organized. Create a team mailing list, then set up project or team rooms. Now, I'm going to explain what it means to create in-person communication. It has to do with scheduling regular team calls and check-ins via this Google Meet and Hangout. So always check in with your people, connect with your colleagues and teams across the group, brainstorm ideas, work on team project, and hold virtual event. Right, for us in Impacta, There's what we call team bonding. There's what we call team building, where we get to connect via these video meetings. We do a lot of fun activities. We do games. We watch movies, right? We even do a lot of fun activities all via this um, communication channel, right? Then you can join from either your mobile device or even your desktop. That is one beauty of it. Now, staying organized. What do we mean by staying organized? You need to improve your schedule. You need to know when you have to do something or to deliver a task and all of that. So for you to do that, you need to stay organized with tools that helps you or keep reminders for you. So you leverage on these tools like calendar to keep track of all the tasks, to keep track of all the changes you need to make, or the tasks you need to deliver, the timings, and all of that, right? So when you are on this kind of platform, it helps you to stay organized. You don't tend to lose track of tasks or track of activities that you need to do. Then number three is creating a team mailing list, right? You work in a group of company or a very large company or a large business that has different departments, that has different or set of group of people that you need to be sending out email communication to. You need to ensure that you segment all of them according to their department so that you make their emails or communication very peculiar to them, right? So you can create a Google Groups email list, send status updates with that, share resources, and also increase visibility and foster community. So creating that email list helps you to know who you are sending your emails to, the tone of voice you are going to use. If you are sending email to engineering team, you are sending email to marketing team, you are sending email to sales team. So it's better you group them based on those groups and lists so that you know who you are addressing, right? Then the last but not the least, setting up project or team rooms, right? So you can help your team members stay connected by creating a room in Google Chat or Google Meet, right? So encourage team members to network. So you see one good feature about Google Meet is you can even create breakout rooms, right? Let's say you are a group of 30 people, you have a general meeting and you want to brainstorm on ideas, then you want to split your group into 5 groups. You don't need to tell everybody go out of the meeting, then we'll now start connecting through different links. You can from the meeting create a breakout room. The moment you create that breakout room, it tends to split the teams into groups. Then everybody can begin to network or work on those kind of projects and ideas. So I'll pause here. Secondly, for question. So please, if you have question, do well to let me know. Do well to let me know. Okay, thank you very much, Jane Francis. Jane is actually attending to most of those questions in the chat comment section. So please feel free to ask any question if you have any. Jane is also there to help you, and also be looking out for those questions. So if you have question, please do well to drop it right there in the quick. After getting domain, do we pay subscriptions? I don't understand. Either your domain, you can buy domain for yearly, for annual subscription, or you can buy for 2 years subscription. But I think the basic start is for a year. Okay, so I'll still be looking out for those questions while we actually proceed to the last agenda for today. So thank you very much. If you have if you have question, you can. Okay, Dima said, "Is this recorded? I'm at work. I need to retake it." Yeah, you can actually watch the replay on our YouTube channel. So ensure that you subscribe to the YouTube handle by clicking on the subscribe button you see right there on your screen. So it's very, very important you do that. So okay, thank you very much. Onyeka said, "I'm following." So let's see. Going to the last agenda, leveraging tools to increase collaboration. Right, we're going to see how we can leverage some tools to increase collaboration. So before I go further, I want to ask which tools can you use on Google Workspace to increase your collaboration, right? Which tools can you use on Google Workspace to increase your collaboration? So let's see. I did mention that, so I want to see who can remember. I want to see who can remember which tools can you use in Google Workspace among the tools I listed out to increase collaboration. Okay. Sharifa said Okay, I can see Yusuf Atunike say Google Chat. Okay, thank you very much for that. Thank you. Um, okay, Dima said my question on domain name has not been answered. Let me see if I can see that question. Okay, what if you already bought a domain name for website? Do you still have to buy it again? No, you don't need to buy. You already have a domain. All you need to is just to put input the domain name at that stage. You don't need to buy a domain name. Okay, Google Slide according to Peace. And then I say Meet. I can see Google Meet from Adenula. Um, okay. Thank you for not rushing today. Thank you very much, Ikiru, for that. Okay, Grace says Google Meet, Google Chat, Gmail. Okay, okay, I'm seeing some kind of responses. I'll do well to shock you today. Let's see whether a lot of us have gotten those things. Let's see. Let's proceed. So now, in collaborating across projects and teams, which helps you to brainstorm ideas, those tools help you to brainstorm ideas, share working files, make suggestions, and also you can tag your colleagues, track changes. What are those tools? Let's see if we can get the tools, right? So I don't think I see someone mention Jamboard. So Jamboard is the first tool I'm mentioning here. So Jamboard helps you, is more like a whiteboard where you have in your room to sketch ideas, to brainstorm, and all of that. So Jamboard is a connected to the cloud that enable people from different locations to work together in real time through multiple touch points, right? So you can use Jamboard to share ideas, to ideate, to collaborate as well. So Jamboard is the first two. So nobody has gotten Jamboard, right? So secondly, I don't think, oh, did anybody mention Google Drive? No, I did not see Google Drive. So a lot of people are feeling my questions in this last part. So Google Drive also aids in collaboration because you store files on those platforms. So you get to also share those files with people. That is collaboration. You tend to invite people to those files, or tend to add people or tag people on those documents. So Google Drive is one of the collaboration tools that we also have, right? Then um, let's see. Did anybody mention Google Slide? No, nobody mentioned Google Slide, right? So it seems a lot of people are feeling my question. So you can actually use Google Slides for collaboration. One beauty about collaboration that I want you to take note of, collaboration has to do with working as a team, working on the same document in real time from different location, right? So you get to collaborate with your colleagues irrespective of their location, irrespective of where they are currently are. So those documents enables you to invite people to work on it as a project. So Google Slide also allows you to invite your teammates to work on a particular presentation together, to work on the particular project together on the same document in real time. Even if the person is in a WAT time, EST time, PST time zone, you can all work in real time together on the same document, right? So Google Slide allows you to do that, right? Then one of the beauty of it is you can also track changes. Let me tell you one beauty about all these Google Sheets, Google Doc, Google Slide, right? You tend to see when someone makes changes. Let's say you are actually working as a team of 5 or 6 on a particular document, and somebody make a change, and you want to find out who actually make that changes. You can easily do it on those platforms. You get to see who made the change, at what time was that change made, and you can also reverse the document to its initial stage, right? You can reverse the document to when the change did happen. So that is how to track changes on your Google Doc, right? So this is actually the shortest of the agenda. So please, if you have question, you can do well. Okay, please mention Google Slide. Okay, I mentioned Google Slide. Sorry, please, sorry. I think I missed that. Okay, kudos to you. You absolutely won. Amazing Jamboard Google Slide. Thank you very much, marvelous. So thank you very much for those that did get it correctly. I'm sorry I actually missed out on peace, but I was going through and I didn't come across that. So sorry about. Thank you very much, peace, for getting it correctly, right? So I think we'll keep an award for you in that regard. So yes, attendance will also be shared by Jane Francis in the comment section. So please just take note of that, and it's also very important to assign in your attendance. So if you log into the attendance form, ensure you select the right topic, which is implement Google Workspace across your business so that certificate will be issued for you specifically for this training. So ensure you sign your attendance and don't forget to do that, right? So Jane will drop the attendance link for this section. So ensure you do that. Then you will not. And if you have not actually subscribed to the YouTube handle of this channel, please click on the subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you get reminders and updates anytime we are going live on all our trainings. They are actually free, so you are not paying anything. Okay, Nena say I have not certificate for 5th and 9th of May trainings. You definitely get them. I'm sure they are actually working on them, right? So they will definitely send out to you. So ensure you put your correct email when filling that because we only send out certificates via emails, right? So thank you very much for that. I also want to make reminder, like I promised, about the Google Hustle Academy training. If you're interested in the training, is actually a boot camp, a 1 week long boot camp where you actually go through a rigorous training on setting up your business, marketing, pitching, how to get your pitching right, how to work on your financials, and all of that, all for free. You're not going to pay anything. So the link will also be dropped again. I think Jane Francis had dropped the link before, but for the sake of those that are joining us late, the link will also be dropped again in the comment section. All you need to do is just to sign up, and then you receive notification anytime the new cohort is about going live, right? So, okay, we are not getting all certificates for each class. They are actually, you are going to get it for you. I can guarantee you. Uh, if you fill up the attendance form, yes. So, thank you very much. Ensure you fill up the attendance form. So, after this whole training, what are your next step? How do you go further? How do you learn? How do you develop most of these skills? How do you better ensure that you have more clarity? There's what we call the Google University of Resources. There are a lot of free courses. There are a lot of resources for you to look out for there in the um, blog. So you get access to a lot of information for free, get even certificates for free. So the link will be dropped for you. Learn digital dot with Google digital skills courses. You all you need to do is just go to the link and then you have access to much resources in which you can use to further educate yourself about most of these resources. Then please, for more information, more clarity on all our upcoming events, especially the Google Also Academy, you can follow Google Digital Skills for Africa on any of the social media. If you're available, if you're on Facebook, you can go to facebook.com/digital skills for Africa. If you're on Twitter, you can go to twitter.com/digital skills AF. If you're on Instagram, you can go to instagram.com/digital skills AF, right? And that of Impactor also will be dropped for you in the comment section for you to take note and also follow. So please feel free to follow us on any of those platforms. So the attendance link has also been dropped by Jane. So please do well to take note of the attendance link. It's very, very important you do that, right? So from my own end, I want to thank you sincerely for your time and efforts for joining this section. You all have been amazing. You all have been amazing. So please respond to my question, Joanna. So sorry, I didn't see that. Idore Johnson. Let me go through that and see where is that question before I go. Okay, you didn't mention Google Docs. Isn't it a collaboration tool? Yes, it is. I did mention, I think in the introduction, part of during the introduction, I did mention Google Docs, right? So I did mention it's part of the collaboration tool. Absolutely. Google Doc, Google Slide, Google Sheets, they're all collaboration tools, right? So thank you very much for bringing my attention to that. I hope I have responded to the question now. Uh, Okay, so I think that is basically it. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for coming. We'll get to see you next time. So please, if you have any question, any inquiry, you can do well to reach out to us. Our email pr@impactor.org, or you can quickly reach out to us on any of our social media handle anytime. Right. So thank you very much for your time and see you next time.